Like, your voice isn't like inside your own head, right? This is literally how she's looking at me. Your voice isn't inside your own head. And she's like bent over like this. Hola, my amazing and beautiful and kind and sensational Stachios. I will say we are 24 sat. Wow, 24 Stachios right now. I love all of you so very much. Why am I whispering? I love all of you so very much. Thank you for being here. Let's get into the story. Story time. Do you like my shirt? It says, "Thou shalt not try me." Mood 24/7. Because don't try me. Don't try me. Don't try me. So, as y'all already know, I come from a family of strong people. I'm pretty strong myself. I want to show you my muscle, but like you can't see it. Like you can't see it. Look. I'm trying to show you. Look. Okay. It might wait. Okay. This is hard. So this is just my arm at rest, right? Come on. Show them. Oh, the camera doesn't show it. I'm strong though. Believe me. Source, trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. The reason why I'm mentioning my glorious family is because I genetically have incredibly high tolerance when it comes to things that alter your state of consciousness. For context, I once at a rugby party, fun fact, I played rugby. I'll probably insert a picture right here. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on how I'm feeling. And at a rugby party, they bought all of us alcohol. I was 21 at the time. You had to be 21. Don't, you know what I'm saying? And so the thing with that is you had to finish the alcohol before you leave. And I didn't know what to ask for, so I just asked for Tito's because it was the most basic vodka I knew. And they said, yeah, you had to finish it. So I chugged the entire bottle of Tito's throughout the 1 hour or 2 hours I was there. I still wasn't drunk at all until I hit Jamba Juice, like 2, 3 cups of Jamba Juice probably, then a couple of shots and some other things. And then that's when I got tipsy. That's how high my tolerance is. Before we get into it, I will say this: as a child of God, you know that you are not supposed to be indulging in those kinds of things. I will explain why. If me saying that annoys or angers you in any type of way, you're not angry. You're not angry. You're convicted. The Spirit of the Lord within you is convicted because the demon that's trying to get its claws in you through indulging in those things is about to be evicted, and it don't like that. So it's going to make you angry. So you're not actually angry. You're convicted. Stay with me. Stay with me. And share your thoughts at the end or wherever in this video. Comment. Say something. I want to hear from y'all. This story specifically is incredibly layered. Like there's multiple stories in this one specific story, but I'm gonna keep it like straight on and just tell y'all what happened because if not, then we'll be here forever. So this, what had happened was, see, because I had high tolerance, I just hit 1.1. So because I knew I had high tolerance, what did I do? I was also the only one in my friend group who was 21 at the time. There was nobody under the age of 20. I have to say this. You know what I mean? I was 21 or 22. I don't remember. I'm 24 now. So not really that long ago because I graduated college last year. That being said, I just hit a point where I was struggling in life and I had lost my way off the path of faith. I had terrible friends who only pulled me away from God and didn't bring me any closer, even though I was bringing them closer to God. Isn't that crazy? We'll get into that later. And so I was like, okay, I went to the store, which I have to stress this. The state in which I lived at the time, weed is legal there. It's legal. So I wasn't doing nothing illegal again. So FBI don't come for me. Wait, no, not FBI. Who is it that drugs? ATF? No, not ATF. I don't freaking know. So I would, oh goodness gracious, I'm a little embarrassed to admit this, but I needed to be blasted out of my mind and it needed to be incredibly strong. So they had different products that had different varying levels of CBD, THC, TAC, different things, right? So I didn't personally like, because I'm like, I don't like the smell. I don't want nobody else to perceive me before I even get there. So I want. And I also heard from a great friend of mine in college that chocolates absorb the THC the most, so it's best to take the chocolates. Oh God, this is tough for me. Okay, this is embarrassing. So the type of chocolate that I would go for would be the type that has 100% THC, 100% CBD, and 100% TAC. I don't even know what TAC is. It would come in like 5 milligram squares, and I would do like 25. That'd be the perfect sweet spot to make sure that I wasn't like gone to where I couldn't speak English anymore. Sometimes, or to where, I'm just like I can sit on my bed and just be like. But let me tell you, and the thing about that chocolate or that specific kind of edible is you'll be high anywhere from 5 hours to 72 hours. I'm not even playing. You would be high for 3, 4 days straight. And I would always forget that. So we got high on a Friday night and I forgot Saturday morning at 6 a.m. I had an important speech to deliver. So I'm not gonna specify exactly what this speech was for because I don't want my boss I want my boss to figure it out. She's a sweetheart. And she literally is so amazing. Like my last semester working with her, she gave me the best job ever. And I don't want her to figure out that this was around that time. I forgot that I had an important. Oh, she's gonna figure it out. If you see this, please don't. I'm gonna hide the details. It was an extremely important speech for, that group of people who essentially rule a school. Start with a T, ends with an S. That group of people, I was deliver a speech to them and a lot of the biggest donators, people who donate like the most amount of money. It was this exclusive club that only people who have mad money can get into. And best believe when I walked in that room, it was mad melanated faces in there. And I like to see that for us. I was very happy to see the melanated alumni also be in the room with all the other rich people. And the crazy thing about the 3-day high is, okay, at first I'm gonna insert a video right here of that specific Friday night so y'all can kind of get some context. This is so embarrassing. Please don't see me any differently, kids. I'm not like that anymore. Ooh, because my hair was, I was doing my hair. Insert video. Bro! But then I got high. Whoa. I'm so high. I'm so high. Don't judge me. I needed to escape the way that I was feeling. I was dealing with a lot of stuff. The next day I had to go deliver this speech. And when I get there, this other girl, the moment I met her, I immediately knew that she was on something. And I was like, I want to know what you're on so I can stay away from it. Because tell me why she gonna walk up to me and say, hi, are you delivering this speech too? And I'm like, yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Are you excited? I'm like, I am excited. Because I truly deeply admire this person. This was a big person on campus. Like I was a big person on campus, but she was like bigger. So I was so happy that she was even talking to me. I was like, oh my gosh, she's talking to me. So I was like, yes, I'm so excited to deliver this speech. And she goes, okay. She walks away. The interesting thing about this 3-day high too is that when you fall asleep, you wake up and you get into this false sobriety, right? And then it'll hit you again, like smack in the face. Oh my goodness, I'm still high. So she comes up to me like, the interesting thing about microphones? And I'm like, what? Tell me. She's like, when you speak into a microphone, right? This is literally how she's looking at me. Your voice isn't inside your own head. And she's like bent over like this. We're the same height. I don't know why. It's like coming from like out of those speakers all around the room. And I'm just like, girl, I'm already gone. A room full of older people, really, really rich people who donated. And we're here to give these speeches to show these people that their money is actually going towards proper things and it's saving and helping lives, just making rich people feel better about themselves. Their donations actually are making sense. I'm standing here trying to look as sober as possible, praying to God that not a single one of these rich people want to talk to me. This is going to sound so bad. My community, don't come for me. Bear with me. I feel like a lot of us can relate to this, where it's one of those instances like, oh my gosh, I really low-key hope this person is a little biased just so they won't talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're a little biased, then they'll leave you alone. But no, unfortunately, in that one room, everybody, for some reason, I guess they had grandkids who taught them to be better. So all of them wanted to talk to me. And I'm standing there trying to process what this girl said. I'm like, she did not just say that to me. I can't be thinking about that because I'm going to be standing behind this microphone freaking out that I can't hear my own voice in my own head. I'm hearing it come out. Why is my voice coming out? And that's the thing about being high. You see, your mind is a spiritual gateway. Why? Because your soul, what God gave you, what is your life force, is made up of your mind, your will, and your emotions. Mind, will, emotions. So anything that is affecting your mind is affecting your soul. Why did I say affecting like that? I don't know. Anything that alters your state of consciousness or your state of mind is not good for you. That is blocking you from talking with God, especially already as someone who's already spiritually gifted. The things that I seen when I was high, I'm standing there like, Oh gosh, she did not just say this to me. So simultaneously, one of the biggest football games of the season was happening. So I'm like, I'm just gonna stand at the window and then just like watch the football game and like try to identify my friends who are on the football team and cheer them on, even though they can't hear me from all the way over here. And it was very much glass box vibes, glass box at the top, watching the peasants. You know what I mean? So I'm just standing. I'm like, oh, there's my friend. Oh, there's D. Oh, there's J. Oh, there's A. Oh, there's Y. Oh, there's. So I'm just like identifying my friends. I'm like, yeah, D, because D was the captain of the football team. So I'm standing there like trying to keep my cool because I'm like, one of the old people comes up to me and goes, "Hi, sweet, amazing old man." His breath was kicking. Ooh, I'm saying I was standing right there, and his breath came up and smacked me in the face. Like I was a little extra, I know, but he says, I heard from your boss. I'm not gonna say her name. We're just gonna call her my boss, your boss. I heard from your boss that you play rugby, and I was like, yes. Do you know that me and Scotty actually started the rugby team? I said, no freaking way, Scotty comes over. Oh, are you a forward or a back? And I'm like, Scotty, look at me. He's, oh, I was a forward too. I see you. Chopping it up. I'm getting to know these old people, and in within the space of 5-10 minutes, this old man had called at least half the room over, and everybody in that room knew somebody or was somebody who started one of the greatest companies that we know. Scotty's like brother-in-law started Under Armour. Someone else's sister-in-law is married to someone who started Yankee Candle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it was mad rich people in the room. He's like, oh, you have to meet Billy. I'm like, who's Billy? They're like, him. This old man walks in, like he just donated 10 million to the school. This man walks in, has tattered, torn jeans, a jacket that looks like is on his last leg. Let the jacket go, Billy. Let it go. Like a toxic ex, let it go. Billy don't want to let this jacket go. His shirt is all faded. And I'm like, I would not know that that man is a millionaire just by looking at him. And that, for me, right there was inspiration. Because the people who truly have money don't post with money on the internet. I can't speak. So all the other people go and read their speech. Now it's my turn. I need to remember I'm still baked out of my mind. I'm praying to God that my eyes aren't red because then, oh God. So I walk up and I start reading the speech. And you know, if anybody's ever taken any sort of public speaking class or preparation, you know that one of the things that you do is make sure that as you're reading, you're looking up, looking around the room, connecting with your audience. And I was doing that. And I see people grabbing handkerchief, tissues, and I don't know what I'm reading. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I wrote this speech probably when I was high because Friday in the middle of the night, Friday, I remember, oh crap, I have a speech tomorrow. So I don't know what I'm reading. I don't even know if I'm reading in English or one of the 2 or 3 other languages that I speak. So I'm just like, when I look up and people are crying, and then when I'm done standing, oh, everybody's clapping, crying, like, and after people are giving me hugs, like, we're so proud of you, young lady. I'm like, what the heck did I say? I did have the printed version of the speech in my hand because that's what I read off of, right? But in the midst of everybody hugging me and blah, 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 I don't know where it went. Now, before I finish the story, I will say this. I want to take us to the first Bible verse, 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8, which says, be sober, be vigilant, for your adversary, the devil, walks around like a growling or prowling? Is that a word? Yes, right? Growling, roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Remember what I said about altered states of consciousness. When you alter your state of consciousness, your soul, your spirit is not watchful, it is not vigilant, so you are open for demonic attack. It was when I started to indulge in this dangerous grass. It's rightfully called the devil's leaf where I'm from, because let me tell you, my intelligence started to wane. I started to stutter every time I was talking. I was starting to forget how to speak my native language. I'm not even playing. My grades were slipping in class. I couldn't hold intelligent conversations anymore. It was breaking me down. But the craziest part is I convinced myself that nah, it's fine. Like I'm good. It actually made me smarter, you know, because I'm a writer. I write poems. I write stories. I'm an actress. I do a lot of things. I'm multifaceted. I was like, I write best when I'm high, right? Convinced myself that I needed this thing to survive. Oh man, I can stop whenever I want. I'm not addicted. Sure, said every addict ever. For the second Bible verse, I'm gonna pull up my phone, my Bible app, because I don't have it in my head memorized. Not in my head, my spirit. Because you're not supposed to memorize them in your head because you'll forget in your spirit. It's 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 6 to 8, which says, so then, let us not be like others who are asleep. Let us be awake and sober, putting on faith and love as a breastplate, and the hope of salvation as a helmet. Praise the Lord, because I actually was looking at this Bible verse earlier. The fact remains is that don't do it, child of God. Don't do it. It's not good for you. Take it from me. You saw the video. You see how much my countenance has changed, the difference between now and then. In that time, I was demonically oppressed, and I didn't even know it. And I convinced myself that I was fine, I was doing good. God created it, so it must be good, right? Right? There's multiple things God created that are being used for what they weren't intended to be used for. And I won't get into that right now, but let's finish the story. So I finished the speech, do what I gotta do. And then when I'm done, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna find my way back home to my room. I get back, I'm like, where is the speech? Why don't I have it in my hand? That's weird. Whatever. 2 days later, I forgot completely that I had delivered an entire speech. That's another thing. There would be gaps of time in your brain. Then I get this email from my boss. And she says, oh, it was an amazing speech, wonderful, really touched their hearts and their souls, and blah, blah, blah. But, a couple of the important rich people who couldn't make it, who lived in different states, different countries, and had important business meetings, rich people, business meetings, they said they heard about my speech from the other rich people and they really wanted a chance to experience it for themselves. And unfortunately, they couldn't find a video because I guess we don't record that. So they would really like to read the speech. And I told my boss, oh, no worries. Let me just find it for you. Let me tell you, I scoured the entirety of my laptop, Google Drive, everywhere to try to find this speech. It was nowhere to be found. To this day, I don't know where that speech came from. I know that I wrote it because I remember writing it. I don't know where it went, why I didn't have the physical copy in my hand anymore when I got home, why I didn't have the digital copy on my laptop because the Google Drive saves everything. I don't know where the speech went to this day. My boss kept emailing me 2 weeks later, hey, do you have the speech? And I just had to ignore her because I was like, I didn't know how to tell her. What do I tell her? Hey, ma'am, I'm sorry. I was actually high out of my mind at your speech. And I wrote the speech while I was high. And I know you chose me for this, but like, sorry. What was I supposed to say? Huh? So that in itself was but one of the experiences I had indulging in marijuana. And I'm going to say this to you, child of God. Don't. As you saw in the video, the inserted videos, I was doing my hair. And I would do that a lot. I would just get high and then decide that I want to do my hair. So because of that, to this day when I'm doing my hair, my brain will literally start to default to that. So it's like I'll start to feel like I'm actually high. You know what I mean? And then I try like looking it up. I try talking to doctors, and what I found out is that it's a syndrome. It's a name for it. What is it called? I can't remember. But essentially, your brain got so used to you doing this one action while being in this altered state of consciousness. So because of that, now anytime you're doing this one action, even though you haven't actively altered your state of consciousness, your brain will subconsciously do that. So it has affected my brain. It's almost 2 years later, because this was 2023 when this happened, and to this day when I'm doing my hair, it still happens. So I have to pause and I have to lay down and I have to start to pray. Isn't that insane? And this is not permanent, praise the Lord. It'll eventually fade away. It's been 2 years and it still hasn't fully faded. What does that tell you? Interesting thing about weed, marijuana, jojo, zaza, whatever you call it, devil's leaf, is it is a terrible and dangerous drug. In my opinion, the most dangerous of drugs. It's not a drug. It's not a drug. It's not a drug. See, that's what makes it very dangerous is that they peddle it to you like it is not a drug. Anything that alters your state of consciousness is a drug and it is not good for you. It is not good for your spirit. It is not good for your soul. It is not good for your connection with God. We are called to be set apart. Let's remind ourselves I'm called out. I'm chosen to be set apart from the rest of the crowd. It is scary because you often will be walking in isolated spaces. Trust me when I trust and believe me when I say that. Which I have another story time coming up about that. When you live your life that's anything different from the norm, people will avoid you because you're an outlier. That's fine. You will find your spaces, which I'm glad that you're here. If you're a stational, you're already like super cool and rich and blessed and awesome, and I love you. So that being said, actually, before I leave, I'm gonna come up here and say this. Please like, please share, please comment, please subscribe, comment, talk to me, please. I want to hear what y'all think, what y'all have to say. If you think I'm being cool or stupid or anything, please let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. I really like you guys. Was that creepy? Did I creep you out? Okay, that was my objective. All right, bye for real this time.